All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us on this episode of Freedom Dads Podcast. I am your host, Rico, and I have some of the dopest dads that I know. They are family, they are my cousins, but they still some great dads, and this is a Thanksgiving edition. So, let me introduce to y'all to my left, Ken Terry, Waye Terry, D. Smith, and Ty Terry. Hey, just tell my listeners something about yourself and how many kids you have and what do you enjoy about being a father.
Man, you just gonna put me on the spot like that? Huh? My name is Ken Terry, from the north. I have one child, Malachi. He's 8. I say the biggest thing about being a dad is just watching them grow and the things that they surprise you with that they do as they get older and older. That's the biggest thing. It's a beautiful thing being a dad because it's just you never know what to expect day from day. Hold on, let me get you over the way.
What do you enjoy about being a father and how many kids you have?
Yeah. Yep. All right. Name's Waye Terry. 2 kids, 6 and 4. Greatest thing about being a father is knowing a different level of love and getting a second chance or another, I guess, an opportunity to do better than what I did in my life, whether it be financial as a parent. My off mic or something. Can't hear me. Yeah, just that. Taking care of the kids, getting a second chance at making their lives better, and them passing on some generational things to their kids also.
All right, it's
on me, right?
What's up, D. Smith. I am originally from Memphis, reside in Texas. I have 3 kids, 2 biological, 1 stepdaughter through marriage. I think the best thing about being a father, at least to mine anyway, is just kind of watching them grow through their mistakes, watching them grow through their experiences, just kind of teaching them, especially for my son, it's not really about what you do, it's kind of how you return from it. And, a lot of the returns you see, or even the mistakes, you kind of see some of yourself in. So not only are you watching and helping them grow, but they're kind of helping and watching you grow at the same time. So, like I say, just kind of using some of those similarities you pick up on or learn about yourself or them, and just kind of, using that journey to fall deeper and deeper into a bond with each other.
Man, there ain't really much to say after you guys said everything about being a good father. Man. You know what I'm saying? Being the last, ain't much to say. So this is Ty Terry, man. I got 8 children, and 7 of them are living right now. 1 passed away. I'm originally from North Dakota, but residing in Minnesota. Best thing about being a father is everything that they said, so I'll just say ditto to that. And just hopefully you just see them do better than you. That's basically all I can say that's different. Well, not even different what they said, but man, the biggest thing for me, man, is just see my kids do better than I did. And just give them the wisdom that you have and make sure they flourish to the best of their potential.
Well said. But so now, as me being a new father, even though she's 3 years old, I look to you guys as, y'all have kids and stuff like that. Y'all can give wisdom on me. How is that work, play balance with your child, like work? I know you guys work hard and stuff. Like, how does that play into spending time with your child? Like, how difficult it is for you, or it could be easy for you. I don't know. What is your take on that? Anybody can chime in.
I'll go first. For me, I've had so many different schedules throughout this whole fatherhood thing. So I think I was just kind of, like I say in my first response, just kind of learning on the fly. Understanding is not always going to be the way you plan it or go the way you planned it. So I've had times where I couldn't get in as much time. I've had times where I had a lot of time. So as far as the play time, you kind of got to go on their end because they got a lot more energy than you do. So you got to catch your windows, but at least be able to save your energy for those windows because those are tough people to turn down, especially in like a joyous moment like playtime. So, but yeah, I think it's just kind of finding a balance and knowing what that balance is and just taking advantage of it.
All right. So work life balance, man. So mine's pretty hard, man. I got 6 kids in the house, but be honest with you, it makes it really easy for me because all of my kids and my wife really understand what I'm trying to do. So like having a supportive wife, like when I'm trying to work and do stuff, she understands she's taking care of the kids, even though it might be very stressful trying to, change 2 kids with diapers and 4 kids that just run around everywhere. But having a supportive wife really helps out. Kids really understand what I'm trying to do. But the thing that I live a really blessed life with my kids because when I run basketball camps and clinics and stuff, they're always in my camps and clinics. Or if they're not in it, they're there and they're helping me and doing stuff like that. So we get to have a bond by just being together doing stuff like that. So and other things are just like when I get home, the young ones, I always try to spend time with them right away to make sure that, even though I wasn't there with them, that they know I missed them, I care about them, kiss them, hug them. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically, for me, I just really live a blessed life. So work-life balance is really easy for me. So.
Hey, don't give Ty extra points because he brought his wife in it first.
One I want to hear right here about work-life balance. Mr. Iowa.
No, work-life balance, man. It's to each his own, man. What might be important to one person might be irrelevant to anybody else. I think everybody that knows me, that works for me at my place of business, knows that my family is everything. Number one, always takes first priority. But I work 60 hours a week, so my kids usually don't see me till 7 or 8 o'clock at night. But when I get home, I'm home. I'm playing with my kids. I don't have a cell phone on me, and my kids don't know any different. So we talked about your goal is to have more than what your dad had, and the goal is for your kids to have more than what you had. And I think it's necessary as a black father for my kids to see me working and putting in work and having the means to end because it's something to motivate them to be better than what I was. And speaking of Ty, my other brother, he runs a business. When his sons get older, they'll be entrepreneurs themselves because they've seen their dad go through the struggles and work his tail off, be gone from home, but he put food on the table. And at the end of the day, it's the most important thing. So work-life balance is being able to provide for your kids.
As Ty said, you go last. What else you got to say? Work-life balance is it's what you do to make your kid happy. Is basically what it comes down to. I get lucky because I before I'll give her a plug here. Before me and Samantha moved in together, it was just me and Malachi, and it was hard, trying to do it. But she helps me out. She will take them. She'll, do stuff with them. And then when I get home from practice or work, then we do stuff. So it's one of those things you do. It's like you make it work to make your kid happy. Your kid wants to be with you. He wants to. You're your kid's idol. You are your kid's idol. So
see, that's what I always said that just being there could. Money and all that could be good, but just being there means a world to your child, and that's what I've been noticing with Freedom. It's just that she just want to be with me, and that's it. And again, y'all, this episode is filmed. Not filmed, but the podcast is live. I don't edit anything, so if you're gonna hear somebody screaming about a football game, that's just what we do. We are remote this time. We're not at Casa Rico. We remote in remote location. So I do appreciate y'all listening in. So another question I have is, okay, now y'all mentioned but what are your fears as far as raising? Some of you have girls as well as boys. So what are your fears as raising a child in this era? In the world. Like, what are some of your fears and the things that y'all go through? Like, what? What is it?
I'll take that first.
Facts.
Just because.
That's easy.
So, man, I hope this doesn't turn controversial, but it's just being just true, okay? So, like, my son is, mixed with Caucasian, African American, and a lot of his friends are on the Caucasian race because that's majority of what his school is. And the biggest fear I have is that my son does not understand his race. He doesn't understand how people look at him, and he does a lot of things that his friends do. And then when he gets caught in school, he gets in trouble, and they don't. And he doesn't understand that it's different. And he keeps doing stuff with these kids. And I'm trying to tell him it's not the same. Like, you got to understand. I get that. I want you to understand that. I want you to feel like it's not different.
Right.
But your behavior has to be different. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to feel like you have a disadvantage in life, because you don't. But your behavior has to be different than the other kids that you're hanging around. And that's my biggest fear, that he won't understand that he's going to get caught in a situation, and we're going to be looking at that situation like, man, on the news, and I'm just trying to avoid that by him having better behavior. So that's my biggest fear.
Oh. I'm not going last again. I'm gonna tell you my biggest fear is just me not teaching my kid enough so that and then he ends up failing. That's my biggest fear. I want him, obviously, as he gets older, you try and prepare him for more and more in life and what's going to happen in life, but you just want to make sure that he's always prepared for any situation. So there's probably 50 other million things I can think of once we stop this, but I know the first thing is just that he doesn't fail, and that he's not afraid to make a few mistakes to learn, because sometimes you're gonna have to take a chance and see what happens. I mean, hopefully it's not the wrong thing, but take that chance, see what's wrong, learn from it, and just keep going. And I guess it's with that, just saying he doesn't learn from his mistakes is the biggest thing.
Kobe Bryant's dad. Like, I just want to say this because it might be good on the podcast. Just something, because Kobe Bryant's dad. What Ken was just talking about, Kobe Bryant's dad. Kobe Bryant said the day that his life changed was when his dad came up to him and said, "Dude, I love you no matter if you make mistakes or not." He's like, "Dude, whatever you do, I'll love you no matter what." And from that point, Kobe said, "I had no fear of making mistakes or failing, so I just went out and did everything." I mean, that's real.
I think the big. Go ahead. Yeah.
Checkmate.
He got you too, man.
My biggest fear as a father is letting my kids see me lose and go down like this. But I think my biggest fear for seriously though is definitely today's society. Just kind of not, or being from a different breed of people, different generation, different understanding in the way of the world. I think today's kids have an unlimited amount of access to information. So with that comes a greater responsibility. And I just feel like, I've kind of gotten some of those fears by experience and just kind of learning the hard way that kids are going to be kids. So I just think just kind of what Ty was saying, just kind of keeping up with them as they keep up with other people. And, just kind of helping them understand the difference between today's society, what should be happening, and just kind of establishing that morality, I guess, would be the fear against today's society.
I think a couple things is my brother had mentioned about being different, and D had mentioned about the internet and stuff, and I would say that, and some you might call me woke, you might not call me woke, and I'll say that what's got me through 2020 when things started getting crazy with COVID Black Lives Matter, and kind of a division with Trump